there's anything wrong, and I am a grandma, actually. But anyway,
You're so funny.
good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, everyone. Um,
Welcome to Coffee with the Coaches.
yes, I'm Tiffany,
And I'm Erin. And it's Thursday morning, and here we
and
are.
here we are. It always seems like the short weeks turn into the longest, and I don't know if it's, and I bet it's because we're trying to cram in 5 days worth of work in a 4-day work week.
Mm, that's
You know what I mean?
possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm,
But
mhm,
anyway, we hope everybody's doing well, staying healthy. Today's topic is
mhm,
beyond the pause, creating intentions that actually change your life. It's always nice to be able to go to a retreat, even these wonderful destination retreats. But then what happens when we get back home?
mhm,
You know,
mhm.
where's the change? Where's the transformation? So
Yeah.
um
Yeah. We're hoping to help you guys bridge that gap between like that insight that you experience at these retreats or anything.
any
Um,
workshop of any kind,
yeah.
even a
Yeah.
podcast, whatever.
Right. And put it
Mhm.
into action. Put it into action. So yeah. Um, so let's see. We've been talking about a lot about pausing and slowing down and coming back into alignment, especially with the
Mhm.
new year. We had, those were a lot of our topics this month,
Mhm.
um, and it all matters because bringing all that into awareness is the beginning of it all, right? But how can we then move forward, right? So whether you've been listening to us or you did like a vision board workshop or you went on a little retreat, um,
Mhm.
how do you move that forward and continue the progress and continue that with intentionality, with intention?
Exactly. Exactly. Because awareness alone doesn't create change. It's what do you do with it? So at some point, we have to choose how we're going to live differently. We have to have a conscious awareness. It's not going to happen because we will it, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's about being intentional and not impulsive, which, you know, if you're dealing with, trauma or PTSD or, and not to be heavy in those things, but it is true. And we're living in fight and flight. It's very easy to be impulsively reacting all the time,
Hmm.
but it doesn't really serve us.
Right.
I mean,
And it
I'm
doesn't help you to
speaking from,
move it
mm,
doesn't help you to
no,
move forward either when if you have goals that you want to set and things you want to accomplish for the year, but you're being impulsive. It's not going to be easy to
mm-mm,
achieve those goals.
mm-mm.
So yeah, so we're talking about setting goals is still really important and being able and how can we move forward with them. So um I don't know,
I think
did
it's, yeah, go ahead.
what? No,
No,
you're
go
gonna
ahead.
say
I was going to say
I
it's the way we think about goals, right? Because
yeah.
you know, sometimes, well, and it's the same thing with what's your New Year's resolution? Well, I don't do resolutions. I do goals because resolutions never last.
Mhm,
Well,
mhm,
goals kind of fit in the same way. So if you're not careful and you're not conscious, those goals are going to fall by the wayside too. There's many goals that I've made that I've had to put arrows to next
eh
year, next month. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah,
But we could see why a lot of women and men resist doing goals.
mhm,
And
yeah,
that we have a whole list here. It feels rigid. It could
yeah,
trigger failure. Go ahead.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was the biggest one, I think, like, when you don't achieve those goals, then it reinforces that feeling that you're not good at something or you're failing at
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
um, I've already tried this once and now I'm like and I failed, now I'm gonna
Here
fail
we are again.
again. Yeah.
Mhm. Exactly.
Mhm.
But it's not the goals that fail us. It's the way that we relate to them.
Mm.
Right.
That's a big difference.
Mm-hmm. Huge difference. Huge
So
little shift right there.
mhm. So you could set your goals, but it's how it's what the emotions and the feelings and the words around it that really, whether you fail them, whether you achieve them or not, and then that's how you relate to them, right? And that's then what
Mhm.
causes any of the negative patterns to come through.
Mhm.
So, um, really trying to come up with goals that are more aligned.
Mhm.
We talk about
Yeah.
alignment all the time.
Right. Not what
Um,
you think you should have goals for, right?
mhm,
It's
mhm,
what you feel is important in alignment. And the difference between like goal setting alignment, like goals can really trigger like how do you prove your worth? How do you fix yourself? And that's where that's not going to feel aligned,
mhm.
you know.
Yeah, so, like, what's a common New Year's resolution or a common goal is, like, weight
I'm
loss,
gonna
which are
lose weight. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. I'm gonna
weight
lose
loss.
weight. I'm gonna lose 10
Mhm.
pounds by blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
It's gotta be measurable and attainable, or measurable and yeah, measurable, right?
mhm.
With an end date,
Yeah, a time bound,
a time bound. There we go.
um and so that could be realistic for you to say, "I'm gonna lose 10 pounds by, in 3 months," right?
Yeah.
But some people will say, "I'm gonna lose 10 pounds by the end of January."
Right. Right. And have
Um,
never stepped foot in a gym or have never done a meal plan or, and it's like you're setting yourself up so,
yeah.
you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it that way.
Well, and it comes no, it should be realistic, number 1. And when you have a lofty goal like that, then you have to have smaller goals in between. Like, how are you going to achieve that goal? You can't
Right.
just set it out there to the universe and think it's going to happen. So,
Mhm.
if you have a weight loss goal, then what are your steps to achieve that goal? But what we're trying to get you to see is, what is the intention behind that? Is it so that I look better for this guy I'm dating, or, girl I'm dating? Or is it so that I can be healthier, so that
Mhm. Mhm.
I can, lower my cholesterol, which is going to lower my heart disease risk factors, and
Exactly.
which is seems it's a more internal way of looking at it rather than an external fixation, if that
Exactly.
makes sense.
Exactly. Exactly. And why is it important? Always go back to why. Why? Why is it important to lower your cholesterol?
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah. Mhm.
we
Yeah.
know the obvious textbook answers, but is it really important to you? Because then you will have that motivation to stop and think
Mhm.
before you order a plate of fries versus fruit, or something like that.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
keep it simple. Yeah.
You're right. It is very surface level, but it's
Hmm.
a very common goal that I think people start the
Yeah.
new year out with. And
Hmm. Hmm.
so finding a way, finding, or should not finding, creating goals that really align with who you want to be as a person, or who you want to maybe become as a person. Um, and knowing that deeper why, rather than that external fixation of, looks or materialistic things,
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
will help you achieve them a little bit better
Right.
or easier.
Right. So, right. So again, getting alignment versus not what you think you should do. Aligned intentions honors your values. It supports who you're becoming, what you want to step into. What does 2026 look like for you?
Hmm.
And breaking it down from there.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
um, so what would be a goal, Aaron, or an example of like redefining a goal or yeah, redefining a goal for you that's been
um,
successful.
mm, okay, you're putting me on the spot.
I know. I haven't thought of it either. I'm like, I'll ask Aaron.
Like, I guess, what would it be? What would something, like, you're saying something that we've already done?
uh
Let's give an example of something that we've already done. Did you
yeah,
think?
yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be with our business, it could be personal.
Did you
I have one, it just came to me.
I'm like, did you just think of one?
I did.
Okay.
So, I am well, I used to be, I'm getting better, every day is a new day. I'm, the knee-jerk reaction of yelling, like, if you don't hear me, then I must need to speak louder because obviously you're not doing what I say. That's not that's not aligned with wanting to be peaceful and calm, right? And that's always my goal. I want to be peaceful and I want to be calm. Spread love, spread light, all that great stuff. Um, and instead of just giving my goal today is I'm not going to yell today is a lot different than I'm going to be in line. I'm going to be grounded today and I'm going to move through my day in a peaceful way.
Mhm.
That will then in turn that is what I'm searching for in alignment, and then that in turn will help me stop and think before take a pause, take a breath, be,
Yeah.
that's not how I would do it. When I'm talking to my kids or my husband or whatever.
So
Does that make
that's
sense?
yeah, so that's the
Okay.
internal commitment to yourself. That's the
Mhm.
intention, is to create
Mhm.
that peace and be peaceful, and
Mhm.
that's your internal environment, right?
Yeah.
The outcome then is that external result of being calmer in kind of whatever kind of situations
What
that,
interactions there are.
yeah,
Yeah,
you would
exactly. Mhm.
normally uh,
Mhm. Mhm.
blow up about. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's a good example. Okay, I still haven't thought of one, and I
Okay.
know I have them.
Mm.
I just
I
can't
know you
think of
do.
one right
When
now.
we're done, then you'll think of 5.
I know. I hate that. Um, that's funny. Um, but I think that's the a good example of what we're trying to say, like creating things of how you want to, almost like how you want to feel, right? Who you want to be,
B.
who you want to become.
Mhm.
Because over time, if you commit to that internal intention of creating that peace and that calm within yourself, then over time, you are going to be that person who is calm and peaceful externally, right? And sharing that light versus the rah, like the
Yeah,
anger.
right. And then
And
I thought of another one,
oh wow, you're
and
on
I thought of
fire.
another one in terms of our business, and I remember back to last year when I was so excited and I'm like, "Let's make some goals for this year. Let's get this on the calendar. Let's get this on the calendar," remember?
Hmm.
Like, half of it didn't even turn out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-mm.
And again, it's like forced alignment created anxiety, you know, created trying again, forced alignment, trying to have something that we weren't ready to get because obviously it didn't happen yet. So
Yeah.
that's that you're perfect where you are right now and
Yeah.
owning that instead of like, I want to get here. I want to get here so bad. And then you're just in complete like
Disarray. Mal
malalignment.
alignment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the hustle mentality, right? We have to be doing,
Yes.
doing, 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 and
Yes.
instead of just being and just allowing,
Yeah.
and allowing it to unfold naturally,
Mhm.
which it has
It
once we
is. Like, I
it is.
feel it this year for
Yeah.
sure. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but it really took like, and so then what did that create for us? That created a sense of failure almost, right? Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, this didn't happen the way we
Mhm.
wanted it to happen.
Mhm,
And
mhm,
what are we doing wrong? Like we're
mhm.
failing, like, you
I
know.
mean, I never felt like we were failing. I felt like things were going the way they were supposed to for a reason, but it wasn't what I wanted, right? It wasn't what we wanted. Like we
Yeah.
wanted like yeah, but I think that might be entrepreneurs in general. I don't know. That might be business. And then we pivot and we shift and we pivot and we shift and we do that with life too.
Hmm.
Oh, well today didn't go the way I thought it was going to go, but it was still a great day,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep. So that's good. So some other examples of what we're trying to say is like, so we talked about I want to lose weight, right? That's the outcome. Okay. But
Mhm.
the intention is, what are you committing to? What feels aligned to you? So you could say, you could think like, I commit or it feels aligned to me when I'm caring for my body with respect. When you care for your body with respect, that really means you're going to treat it right. You're going to eat healthy. You're going to move your body. You're going to drink water. And ultimately, the end result will likely be that you're going to lose weight, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Um,
It's
without
the
putting
intention,
it's
yeah,
the intention, without
yeah.
putting all that like hustle on it and that I have to, I'm going to hit the gym for 2 hours every day and I'm not going to eat any fat and no sugar, like that is like,
Yeah.
whoa, slow down.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. What? I like that. Whoa.
Whoa.
Let's be realistic. Is that in
Mhm.
alignment? If you went from a high sugar, high carb diet and then today is the day I'm not going to do any of that, you're going to have cravings. You're going to have it's okay. Wean, give yourself breaks, give yourself grace. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, because then that is a setup for failure. That is going to
Yeah.
be really, really challenging. And 2 hours a day to the gym, how many hours did you ever go? You got to ask, well, 30 minutes is okay too.
Yeah,
A good
exactly.
walk is okay on the days you don't go to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could go on. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
fitness is like commonplace for me.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or another intention would be, or another outcome would be, I want more balance, kind of like what you were saying earlier
Mhm.
with the peace. And so, what's your intention? Well, I choose boundaries that protect my energy, right?
Mhm.
That's a big
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
that helps create more balance in your life. Um, so, I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
Yeah, no, being mindful, taking the
Mhm,
pause. This
mhm,
year, last year we used Gabby Bernstein as a coaching app. This year, for me personally, I'm using the Calm app and I'm doing the 1 minute reset, the 1 minute breath work, the whatever, because that is something I can do. And I also like to listen to it right before I fall asleep. So, there's usually a nice little meditation and I'm out before it even ends. And then she'll speak and I'll be like, oh my God. But honestly, like I do feel more grounded with it. And that's aligning to me.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So, intentions guide how we show up, even when
Hmm.
the outcome takes time. These
Look at this
things.
gray hair. I don't have time. No. But that's a bad mindset because we do have time.
Yes, we do. But it's true. Like what we're saying is, if you like the weight loss thing, okay, go back to that because that's like the
Mhm,
easiest example.
mhm,
You commit to caring for your body with respect. Yeah, you may want to lose 10 pounds but it's going to take time. But as long as you stay true to your intentions, and you change your mindset around the goal, right, is really the intention of being healthful
mhm.
in your life. Your outcome is going to happen, but you just have to be patient for when it arrives.
Exactly, and again, going back to weight loss, you don't wanna be losing it fast anyway if you want to have lasting change. It is
Yeah,
a slow process. We
it
want
is.
quick fix, it's a slow process, but
It
anyway.
is. All of this is mindset, right? All of this is
Mhm,
it
mhm,
literally is mindset and just allowing it to occur naturally as long as your internal environment stays true. It is alignment. Your intentions are truly aligned, then it will happen. But
mhm,
it just takes time. So all of it,
mhm,
creating peace, creating more energy, boundaries in your life, peaceful
mhm,
life, whatever, all that stuff. Man, it's practice. Every day is a new day, like you said. And it
mhm,
doesn't,
mhm.
so you just gotta stay true to your intentions.
Yeah, and so here's something to think about, and this might be if you like to journal, this is an opportunity for you to think today, like, what do I need to be to live the life I want?
Mhm,
What do I need to be? Who do I get to be to live
mhm,
the life that I want?
mhm. Yeah.
I don't
So,
like need. I don't like the word need. I like get to, or you know what I mean?
mhm.
Need to me feels like I'm trying, and we don't want to try. We want to do. We want to
Yeah,
be. We want to
yeah,
have, right? Be, do, have. So anyway,
right, right.
yeah.
That's good. And you have to be willing to commit to something, consistently. and know that you're going to have ups and downs and some
Mhm,
setbacks. That's life,
mhm,
right? You're
and
not going to be
right,
perfect
and
with
that's
it.
where great right, and that's where your grace comes in, right, which is really
Mhm,
hard. Sometimes we're not
mhm.
used to that.
Yeah.
Again, it's like, how do we talk to ourselves? Man, there's a lot of stuff going on in today's chat. We could really, I mean, it could
Yeah.
really pivot off,
Yeah.
self-reflection, self-talk. How do we talk to ourselves? How do we get, you know,
Yeah.
on a daily basis?
Right. Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Absolutely. Mm.
yeah. We're not perfect beings. We want to be, we try to be, but then what does
Mhm.
that get you, right? Frustration, let down, loss, yeah, anyway.
All of it.
Um,
Yep.
so are we gonna do a quick grounding exercise?
Sure. Let's
Okay.
do it.
All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna place one hand on our heart, and you get to ask yourself quietly, what matters most this year? And again, it's a journal option too. But what really matters the most to you this year? This is you, your question for you. What feels heavy? What feels honest? What feels expansive? Not fixing, just listening to what your mind and your heart say. So, again, it's an
Nice.
opportunity to journal. So, this is something you could do daily. One intention I want to live by this year or today. We're talking
Mhm.
about goals for the year, but it can
Mhm.
be broken down into days. That's how we eat an elephant.
Yep.
What habit, belief, or pattern must shift to support it? And then it goes back to our thoughts, right?
Mhm. Mhm. And then what's one small action I can take this week that aligns with who I'm becoming? So remember, you may have this big goal or intention of whatever it is, but it has to be broken down into small steps, right? And small steps um, take time, right? But as long as you're
Mhm.
moving forward each day, and you're committed to that, and when it's personal and it's internal, that is a deeper level of commitment than some sort of
Mhm.
external goal. So um, I think like writing it down, like your intention that you want, and what the other question you asked, what habit, belief, or pattern must shift to support it. Like really think about
Mhm.
that. Like
Mhm.
um, if it is weight loss, or if it is you want more peace or energy, like what has to change in order to create that, and then what are those small actions that'll help you get there.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, change doesn't require a leap. It requires commitment and little changes every day. Little, changes in thought, being aware.
Yeah.
Um, mhm. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Alignment
um,
without commitment keeps us stuck, and commitment without compassion leads to burnout. So we have to be compassionate with
that's
the
pretty big.
things that maybe we don't make every day. But like
Hmm.
we said, tomorrow's a new day. I also like to say, this is a new minute, because you don't have to discount the whole day, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I made one bad choice. Maybe I reacted one time. It doesn't mean my whole day's shit. It means I have an opportunity to be aware, to learn, and then the next moment I can shift it.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very important. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So if anyone listening is ready to go deeper, to not just like think about change, but actually live it, that's what we help you with. That's the work we do inside our coaching and our workshops and
Mhm.
our upcoming retreats we have planned for the next month or two so far.
Yes.
Probably more. Um, so
Yeah.
um, so check out our website and
We have a flash sale going on right now for the retreat that's coming this Saturdays first. So anybody who's local to Southern California, it's in Anaheim
Yep.
slash Placentia.
Yeah.
And it's a Saturday. So again, it's on our website. If you have any questions, you can message us.
Mhm. Yep. Can reach out to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the information is there. We'd love to have you. We have just a few spots left. So if it's
Yeah.
something you're interested in, you better check it out. Um,
Absolutely.
mhm.
Cool. All right. Let's
Okay.
end on an
Affirmation.
affirmation. I like
Okay.
it. All
All
right.
right. Go ahead. You
I-
start.
Okay. I commit to becoming not perfectly, but honestly.
I trust the process.
I take the next aligned step.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The the pause gave you clarity.
Yeah. And now your
Now your intent
intentions can give you
gave
direction.
you direction.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks
So,
everyone for joining us.
yep.
Please subscribe. Please share. And maybe we'll see you this Saturday.
Yes. Awesome. All right. Take care.
All right. Have a good day, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.